Hey, what's up? I am Eric Garcia, certified financial planner and financial advisor. And in this video, I hope to answer what is cryptocurrency. There's a lot of attention being given to cryptocurrency, specifically Bitcoin. Bitcoin is one of many thousands of these cryptocurrencies out there. But what exactly is Bitcoin? How does it work? That's what I hope to accomplish in this video. So over the next 10 minutes, hopefully you walk away with a little bit better understanding of what exactly cryptocurrency is. So I listen to a lot of really smart people try to explain to me what cryptocurrency is. Now, I'll be honest, I might not be the best person to explain this because I don't quite get it myself, but I'm going to attempt here to explain it the way that I understand it. So of all the definitions of cryptocurrency that I've heard, this is the one that has satisfied me the most. Let me read it for you. It says cryptocurrencies are digital, deregulated, and decentralized currency based on blockchain technology that can be used to trade for goods and services. So there's a lot there, and we have to break it down piece by piece. So let me read it one more time, and then let's break it down piece by piece. Cryptocurrencies are digital, deregulated, and decentralized currency based on blockchain technology. So the first thing that is digital, there's nothing tangible, right? Our money, our currency today, we have dollars that still make it relatively tangible, but cryptos are purely digital. They exist only in the ether somewhere. They're deregulated, meaning that there's no one government or one body that regulates the issue or the movement of cryptocurrency. Like our dollar is regulated by the US Treasury. That doesn't exist in the world of crypto. So there's no body that is regulating the issuance of it, the creation of it, the exchange of it. And that's the appeal for some people, that it is unregulated. Decentralized. Now, this issue of decentralization is actually really important. This ties into this blockchain technology. So to understand cryptocurrency, you got to understand a little bit about blockchain technology and how that works. Now, I am, again, not the smartest person to explain what blockchain technology is. I'm going to explain it to you the way that I've come to understand it. So basically, when we look at currencies like the dollar, there are central databases that maintain all the information. The idea of blockchain technology says there's not one central place. There's all these blocks of information that add to this big chain of information instantly, real time. So whenever a transaction happens, there's a new block that's attached to this chain. It's instant, and there's multiple copies of this database. It's decentralized. There's no one place to store all that information. Now, the way I like to think about it is if you've ever worked in like Google documents, like a Google Doc or a Google Sheet, or maybe even on Word or Excel where you're collaborating with somebody real time. This is not exactly blockchain, but this paints a good picture of how it works. So when you're collaborating, any change that I make to a document instantly appears on the other person's document as well, right? That block of information appears instantly, and there's multiple copies now of that document. It's kind of how blockchain works. So think about it, and this might be a little bit of a controversial issue to bring up, but think of blockchain technology if we had it when we go to the voting booth. So right now, people go to a voting booth, they vote, all the votes are collected, and then submitted to some other place to count them. What if every single vote represented one block of information that was instantly added to this other chain of information around the world, around the country, around your municipality, and there's multiple copies or multiple places where that data is stored, right? That's decentralized. There's no one place. How many problems could that solve? And that's actually one of the appeals of cryptocurrency, is that security, that it's harder to commit fraud, it's harder to corrupt because there's multiple files of this information held somewhere. So that's kind of what blockchain is. I hope that maybe sheds a little bit of light on it. So that's how I understand cryptocurrency. Now, I've heard a lot of, part of the definition is currency, right? This idea that cryptocurrency is going to replace money as we know it. And there's three things that are really important when we talk about what a currency is. And I don't think that cryptocurrencies actually check any of these boxes to classify it as a currency. So check this out. Number one is that currencies are used as a medium of exchange. So they're universally accepted to buy and sell goods and services. We don't see that. I have never bought anything in Bitcoin. Tesla just announced that, or just last month announced that they were no longer going to accept Bitcoin to buy their vehicle. So there's really no place where Bitcoin is universally accepted, or crypto is universally accepted to buy and sell goods and services. Another characteristic of currency is a unit of account. So goods and services are quoted to us in dollars if we're in America. How many dollars does this vehicle cost? I have never seen anything ever quoted in Bitcoin. How much Bitcoin does this cost? And the reason is Bitcoin is incredibly unstable and it moves so dramatically. It's so volatile in price. And that's actually the third characteristic of currency. It's a store of value, that there's some predictability of what the value of the currency is going to be tomorrow, the next day, a year from now. With crypto, we've seen movements of 10, 20, 30, 40% in a matter of days, where we see that crazy volatility. So crypto really doesn't check any of the characteristics of currency, of medium of exchange, unit of account, or store of value. I've heard some people try to explain cryptocurrency as digital gold. The problem I have with that is when we look at gold, gold is a commodity. One of the characteristics of commodities, there's typically some raw material, some tangible element that goes along with it. You can think of timber, real estate, gold, copper, silver. All these are types of commodities that are real and tangible, and crypto is not tangible. Also, a lot of these commodities like gold have been around for a really, really, really long time. And they've been a store of value for a really, really, really long time. And they've been universally accepted across generations and across countries as this store of value. So I don't really think Bitcoin, for me, doesn't check that box of digital gold. Right now, really, when we look at cryptocurrency, and I know I'm saying crypto and Bitcoin, I'm kind of using them interchangeably. I'm really talking about crypto in general. So crypto right now, for me, is nothing more than pure speculation. It's a speculative investment. So people are buying it, not with the anticipation of buying and selling their pizza or getting their haircut or buying a car with their cryptocurrency. They're buying it with the hopes that it goes up in value, that it appreciates in value really quickly so that they have more money tomorrow than they do today. The best thing I can relate that to, if you remember my generation when Beanie Babies were a big thing, they were the craze, right? These stuffed animals that people were paying god-awful amounts of money for, purely worth what people were willing to pay for them. The value really was not connected to what they were actually getting. Is this to say that cryptocurrency will always be speculative? I have no idea. I have no idea what we're going to be looking at 10 years from now. All I know is that right now, cryptocurrency is a speculative investment. And with any type of speculative investment, there's high risk involved. So that's something that people always need to consider with any type of speculation is risk, high risk. Now, it's really important to understand that speculative investing is very different than long-term investing. Speculative investing can make a lot of money, it can lose a lot of money. Long-term investing, we have more predictability, no guarantees, but we have more predictability of the future growth of money versus speculative investing, where there's really no predictability of what's going to happen tomorrow or the next day, much less a year or 2 or 3 years from now. So here's anytime anyone does any type of speculative investing, regardless of what it is, here's 2 things to keep in mind. Number 1, you got to keep in mind all the possible outcomes of speculative investing. You make a lot of money, I can lose a lot of money, and you have to be okay with either of those outcomes or any possible outcome. The second thing to ask or to keep in mind is what's the impact of my overall financial plan with this speculative investment? So those are 2 things that you really need to keep in mind anytime you do any type of speculative investing. Now, if you've heard any of my videos, if you follow me, you know that I believe in long-term investing. I believe in building wealth over the long term. If you're interested in having a conversation about what that looks like, about how to build wealth over time, I'd be more than happy to have that conversation with you. Managing assets wisely over a long period of time is the best way to build wealth. I hope that this shed a little bit of light on what cryptocurrency is, on what cryptocurrency isn't, and I hope that you make good, wise decisions on all your investments moving forward. I work with clients to help them build long-term investment portfolios. I work with clients to help them make good financial decisions. I'd love to have an opportunity to have a conversation with you. My contact information is somewhere, wherever you're watching this video, maybe below the video or in the video notes. Hit me up if you have any questions. Thank you for watching, and I hope that you build lots of wealth over the long term. Take care.